Hello everybody, what is going on, and welcome back to the Road to Glory career mode. Episode 7 dropping for you today on this Saturday. I hope you guys are doing good. We've got 4 games coming your way to feast your eyes upon today, including a double header against Middlesbrough, and we take them on both live games later on. They sit second in the championship at the moment, so that should be quite a good little double game for us. But in case you missed any of the series so far, there is the championship table. 20 games have been played. We sit 6th at the moment, and we want the playoffs this season, so we're right where we want to be. Starting the day off is Millwall away from home. But I will say our managerial rating at the moment is not at a stage that we want to see it. It's in the red. It has been in the red for the past couple of videos, so we need to try and get it into the green again and essentially not get sacked. That's the big thing. But heading into this first game anyway, you can see the team on your screen there. Of course, with the undefined bug, it means I can't show you where they're playing, but you can kind of get the gist of it if you've been watching the series as to who is playing. And as we go into the highlights then of the first game of the day, it was Diego Lopez who put a smile on all of our faces with this run from the halfway line and fires the finish into the bottom corner. If this is Messi, people are raving about this, but it is the championship, of course, and I mean no disrespect to Millwall, but it is Millwall's defence, who I'm sure won't want to see that again, as he escaped 2 challenges and then found the finish with ease. So Diego Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know who he is, where have you been for this entire series? But safe to say, we were battering Millwall in this game, and it should have been 2-0 here when Lopez again managed to get the shot away. His initial shot was blocked, but then the ball fell back to him, right-footed. A mixture of Wallace and Fielding kept the ball out of the goal. And they actually had 2 players called Wallace in defence to Millwall, because then Wallace, the other one, decided to do this. Moment of madness. Got no idea what he's thinking there, because he was never going to win the ball. Saka goes down. Penalty kick 100%. And it would be Lopez who would get the chance to make it from the spot to find his second and our second. But Fielding read him like a book and dove to his left. Lopez is right. Made the save. So, yeah, Lopez missed the penalty. However, we did go 2-0 in front. Solano, hold-up play, lays it off to the on-running El Ghazi as he just finessed it, back of the net. He's never going to miss from there, and it was 2-0. Pretty much game, set, and match at this point. Great finish as well from our number 10. And we had time as well for one more, as El Ghazi's ball on this left-hand side over to the other wing. Saka, unreal control there, shown by him as he took it down first time, took the touch, got through, fires it back across the keeper. 3-0 Forest Green. It's a great pass, but it's an even better control from Bukayo Saka. This kid is unreal for us in this season. Full-time, 3-0 victory to start the day. The best way possible, moving into game against Middlesbrough for the first live game of the day. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The first of 2 potential games against Middlesbrough in today's video is at home. It's at the New Lawn. Of course, they sit 2nd place at the moment. That's the top scorers. That isn't the league table. But they're only 3 points, was it, ahead of us? So if we beat them here, we could potentially move on to the same points as them. They do have a slightly better goal difference. But of course, if we win the game by 2-0, we will then jump above them on that stand-in. But Brentford in there, Stoke, Fulham as well. So yeah, beat them. We could go 2nd, but we also could stay pretty much where we are also. So let's head off into the game. It is our strongest starting 11. So he starts again in this one. He's worth £75 million right now, is Diego Lopez. And that is astronomical. Of course, the slider settings as they are on your screen. Legendary difficulty as always. Let's see what this game against Middlesbrough brings. They're on a pretty good run, so I'm looking forward to this one. Their side is on your screen. Dale Fry captains the team. Marcus Tavernier one to watch as well. And yeah, undefined bug means we can't see where they are playing. But I have a rough idea based on squad numbers. I believe Marcus Tavernier is number 7, starting on the left wing. But it is us who get this one underway. Solano will play it out towards Lopez, and we are off here at the New Lawn. Jones out wide towards Saka, right-hand side, looking for the first chance of the game here. Saka weaves around and gets a penalty kick. Just under the half-hour mark, it is a penalty Forest Green. The last one was saved. Lopez took it, and he missed. So I'm not sure who we're going to give this one to. Maybe Bukayo Saka, because he won it. He was weaving around, trying to open up space for the cross. Mendel goes in with the challenge, gets nothing of the ball. The ref points to the spot. Elsewhere, by the way, Brentford have just gone in front in their game against Stoke. So, yeah, as it stands, they'll head 2nd. This is a real opportunity, though, for us to take the lead in this game. I went right-hand side with Lopez. It was saved. Normally, whenever it's left foot, I go left side, right foot, right side. So we're going to go left again. Bukayo Saka with the penalty. slots home, and Forest Green Rovers take the lead at the New Lawn. Randolph didn't even move. Saka won it and scored it. Lopez down the line for Saka. He's basically running the show out there right now. Bukayo Saka is again, now finds it back towards Lopez. Diego Lopez into the box. El Ghazi's shot, though, is blocked by their number 6. And honestly, he should have done a lot better with that. He really should have, because he had a lot of time. I know it's his left foot, but even so, you've got to do better in that position. Solano, great touch, takes it away from his man. Christian Solano off the post, and it will not fall for the on-running Diego Lopez. Half-time whistle sounds here at the New Lawn. It's remaining 1-0 at the break. But we had 2 big opportunities there right at the end of the half that maybe could have given us the second goal. As it stands, though, Middlesbrough still definitely in this game. We needed one of those to go in. Laqueda towards El Ghazi. Overlapping is Facer. Facer with a left-footed cross now then. Into the area. Saka wins the header. And it's wide off the right post. Saka very nearly adding to his first of the day by getting his second. Change coming through for Middlesbrough, and we have yet to make a substitute. We've got Blackburn coming up in like 3 days, so I probably should be thinking about some changes here just to make sure we've got fresh legs for that game. But I don't really want to make any changes as it is only 1-0 right now, and the boys are pretty much getting the job done, so I don't want to upset the balance just yet. Tavernier 1-2, trying to actually open up something, and he does get past Mitchell, who's now going to have a job to try and defend this, but Mitchell doesn't get the touch, and McGinley's headers pour away. Oh, and Wing with the header back in. Hart didn't even have that covered. A few inches lower, that's 1-1. Mitchell here mops up the play, and there is full time from the New Lawn. It's finished Forest Green Rovers 1, Middlesbrough 0. The penalty from Bukayo Saka enough for the 3 points here. We've got to go to their place at the Riverside after we face Blackburn, though, so we'll see if it's any different when they play at home. But I've got to say, in terms of the performance there, we were quite unlucky to not get more than just the 1 goal. But on another day, that could have easily been a 0-0 draw, you know, if we didn't score that penalty. So, got to be taking our chances, and we'll see what the table looks like at the end of today. But I'm pretty sure most of the top 6, of course, barring Middlesbrough, managed to pick up the result there. So, it's pretty much as you were. One change to the side that just won against Middlesbrough. We've got Chong coming in at left wing. El Ghazi starts through the middle, which means Solano drops to the bench. That's because Chong came to us before the game and was saying unless he starts games more, he'll have to rethink his future. So, yeah, he gets the nod in this game against Blackburn. I got it wrong, by the way. We didn't actually have to face them days after. It's we had the Middlesbrough on the Saturday, Blackburn now on the Saturday, and then Middlesbrough again midweek. So that's, I thought it was Middlesbrough, then Blackburn midweek, then Middlesbrough again on the Saturday, but it's not. It's the other way around. So, yeah, Middlesbrough comes after this game in a few days' time. So, it's actually all right. I didn't make any subs in that last game, but I will have to remember to do them here. Let's see what we can get from this game. Curtis Jones, unbelievable last time out. Continue that and make that spot his. And we have a formidable midfield. El Ghazi, Saka is over on this right-hand side. El Ghazi spots the run and finds him brilliantly. What can Bukayo Saka do, though, from this position? The challenge comes in. It's only going to be the throw-in. For Blackburn, Bradley Dack is still playing his trade here. One of their top-quality players. But for us, there's a real chance then for El Ghazi leading the line today. With Lopez in behind him, you know you're going to get chances as Laqueda somehow manages to weave his way into the area and wins as a corner ball. Let's see what we can do from this. Lopez to deliver. Looking at that near post. Can we win it, though? There's the delivery. No, we cannot. Dack heads it away. Here is Mitchell. Jones with a run through. It's a good run as well. Curtis Jones takes it back. Now El Ghazi! And he passes it into the bottom corner. As it's Blackburn 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Got to admit, the pass back from Jones was actually meant for Mitchell, who'd actually made a good run into the space. As you can see here, watch. Now, there. That's where I was looking for the pass. But instead, El Ghazi got in front of his defender. And then at that near post, simple task, side foot, not even a lot of power behind it. Rolls it past the goalkeeper, who thought it was going the other way. He starts up front, and he scores the opening goal of this game. Butterworth shot coming in, and it's a goal back for Blackburn. Close it down as soon as the ball found its way to Butterworth. We needed to be able to close him down. I couldn't select the right player. I didn't expect him, though, to find the back of the net there. Thought Joe Hart, you know, he's not had anything to do for what feels like quite some time in terms of games. And then the first thing you really asked him to do, he can't make the save. I mean, there, I got caught in two minds because I didn't want Ribeiro to go out and close the man on the ball down. And in doing so, that left Butterworth open. It's a fine finish, and it's back to one apiece here then. Blackburn respond, and it's frustrating for us, but essentially we're back to how it was before. Here is Chong in a little bit of space. We've got 3 additional minutes here of this first half. Chong to El Ghazi. El Ghazi with the finish. Blackburn 1, Forest Green 2. Back in front, and it's El Ghazi with his second of the game. This is what he used to do for me at Leeds. He used to just pop up in these areas, find the finish, grab us the goals. In terms of first half display, I have to say I'm a bit disappointed with how we played here, because being 2-1 up, yeah, it's great. We're leading the game. But outside of El Ghazi, you know, running the show, we've not really done too brilliantly in terms of, you know, taking our chances. El Ghazi's taken both of his, but we've had a couple with Lopez. He hasn't really done that well with them. We've had 1 or 2 as well from other players. And yet, you look at Blackburn, I think they've had 2 shots. They scored 1. So, yeah, you can't be giving away chances and not taking your own. El Ghazi's 8th of the season takes us into half-time. Hopefully 2-1 in front. There's some interesting scorelines going on elsewhere as well. I'm pretty sure Middlesbrough are leading. Brentford, though, are behind at half-time. Lovely touch by Bradley Dack, and the ball through. McGinley, you've got to cut it out. How has it still nearly gone through? He's our captain today. I forgot to give it back to Lopez, but he's not having a fine game here, McGinley. As that ball down the line, Mitchell will get there with the pace. But he's put under a bit of pressure here. There's no way out for us here, so we're going to have to play this very calmly indeed. And Mitchell has done solid work there. Brilliant from him, as Jones can take this forward. Now find Lopez. Lopez with a chance to run at Blackburn. El Ghazi might be through. And where El Ghazi is through for the hat-trick, but Bell has recovered exceptionally well to deny him the opportunity. Good control by Facer. There's been another goal, by the way, in the Brentford game. They were 1-0 down. They're now 2-0 down in that game. Jones through for El Ghazi. The hat-trick is on here. Anwar El Ghazi! Blackburn 1, Forest Green 3. Game, set, and match. And it's El Ghazi with his first hat-trick for the club. That's the expectation that I had when we brought him in from Aston Villa. Leading the line today. Lots of responsibility. And boy, has he shown up. Feel kind of bad for the Blackburn goalkeeper, because honestly, there's nothing he could have done about any of El Ghazi's strikes today. 3 top quality finishes. And you know what? Let's consider some changes here, because Middlesbrough to come, I want to make sure we're fit for that game. So El Ghazi, standing ovation, will leave too. We'll bring on Solano. We will also, while we're at it, bring off Jones, because he's looking a little bit tired. And we will bring off Lopez for White and put Chong into Cam. And considering Chong came to us before the game and was complaining about his game time, he's not done a lot today. He hasn't needed to, of course, with El Ghazi running the show, but been disappointed with his input so far in this one. But he's got another 25 minutes this time from Cam to show us something. So let's see if he can. Laqueda in towards the feet of Solano, who takes the touch but is lost the ball. And there is full time. Blackburn 1, Forest Green 3 it finishes. Our next opponents, Middlesbrough, have just won as well. That was 3-1 the last time we checked that one, or the last time it popped up. Brentford 2-0 was the last score we got to see there. So did they drop points? Here we go then for the final game of today, away at the Riverside. And as you see, the team on your screen, again, 1 change. Adams comes in for Curtis Jones. Jones drops to the bench for fitness reasons more than anything, because he's playing exceptionally well at the moment. El Ghazi keeps his spot as our striker. Chong stays out on the left wing. So Solano, nothing personal. El Ghazi got the hat-trick. You have to start him up front again. Chong, I didn't feel like got a great, chance there in that last game. El Ghazi just outshined everyone. So he gets another shout here against Middlesbrough. If we win this game, second place is ours, no matter what happens elsewhere. It is currently held by Middlesbrough on 51 points. So if we win, we will go second. That is the prize on offer at the end of this one. So let's see if they're going to be an even tougher test at their place. Lopez towards Adams. Adams takes it really well. And Abu Adams has scored after 10 minutes at the Riverside. I was just going to say there's been no changes, I don't think, to the Middlesbrough team. So clearly, from that game at our place, they didn't feel that it was the personnel that lost them the game. They must have felt it was the tactics or whatever, because they've gone with pretty much the same team. But there was 1 change, or 2 changes, from the last time we played them. Chong on the left, Adams in at central midfield. And it's one of those 2 who has started us off in the best case scenario here. What a finish by Adams. Been with us since the very start. And if I remember rightly, I'm playing Football Manager with Forest Green Rovers at the moment. And he actually came from the national, or the conference, in the first season, or something like that anyway, that we would have started this series in League 2. So that's incredible. What a journey he's had with us. So the Championship now, and he scores a goal to put us in front at Riverside. I'm tempted, you know, if we do get to the Premier League and the Champions League, to just keep him all the way through and see just how far he can go in his Forest Green Rovers journey. Adams carrying forward. Look how far he's gone with this run. Now finds El Ghazi. The touch is brilliant to take it away from his man. Finding Chong. Chong for number 2. And Middlesbrough are being carved open at the Riverside. And we are on the run of a lifetime so far. Recently. Because this is top of the table form. Chong, he's got into that position, but it's the work of Adams, El Ghazi, that gets him there, and he's got to finish it, and it is a great finish as well. We're going to go in at half-time, 2-0 in front here, unless Middlesbrough can come up with something at the back end of this first half. Cross into the centre from Middlesbrough. The header comes in, and it's wide. 13 minutes to play, by far their best chance of the game so far, and it is squandered. They need some inspiration from somewhere, and they're not quite finding it yet. And when they do look like they have a half chance, we're defending. Ooh, that's not a good pass out of defence. Thought Mitchell was open. He wasn't. He was marked by Brown. And Wing now can find the ball back into Lee, whose shot is so simple for Joe Hart. But yeah, whenever they have looked like they could have a half chance, they've met a resilient defence of Forest Green. And as I'm bringing you this commentary, I've made 2 mistakes in a row. Uncharacteristic errors as well, both of those, because we've not done that today at all. We've been phenomenal here, so I don't know what that's been about. Maybe it's just tired legs. Looks like the win is on the board here, but there is still time for maybe a consolation goal, but we're defending just unbelievably right now. Walker off towards Lee. Lee off to Cools, back to Lee. The cross again is on. McGinley though near post. Calmly does it. Off towards Chong. He plays Adam, and we are already out of our defensive third. Hasek down the line. Lee will get there, but there is not enough time. And the cross anyway, straight to McGinley. Look at that for a touch. That's the confidence that we are playing with at the moment. Full time at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 0, Forest Green Rovers 2. I'm not sure what that takes us now in terms of wins in a row or undefeated games. I think the last defeat we had came to Barnsley, who at the time were in the relegation zone. A 2-1 defeat we got there. Since then, I'm pretty sure we've been unbeaten. But we'll check out the league table before we go today, because West Brom, we're coming for you. You're not safe at the top at the moment. We rejected the opportunity to manage them, and it was a good job we did, because we're right behind them now. Over half the season has now been played, and as you see with the Championship table, we're 4 behind the league leaders, West Bromwich Albion. Look at their goal difference, though. They've got 10 more goals than us. We've scored exactly the same, but they have by far the best defensive record. 10 goals conceded. We have the second best, I believe, alongside Preston with only 20 conceded. So, goal difference-wise, it is with West Brom at the minute. But Brentford, 3rd, 53. Fulham, 4, 52. Middlesbrough, 51 in 5th. So there's 3 points separating 2nd all the way to 5th place. This is probably going to be one of the most entertaining league seasons we have been a part of in the series thus far. Actually, having said that, he went to the final day, didn't it, in our League 2 campaign, where we ended up winning that. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm excited to see how this will pan out. Playoffs was the bare minimum. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? But we could well have a 5-way fight for the top 2 spots. Quite incredible when you put it that way. 24 games played, 22 to go. In terms of the cups, I'm not sure we're even in them anymore. I'm pretty sure we're already knocked out. Round 3 we are. So we play Port Vale in round 3 of the FA Cup. We're definitely out the Carabao Cup. I know that for sure. So the FA Cup we got to look forward to. Semi-finals of the Carabao Cup right now. I don't think there's anything else really to show you there. But that is going to do us for today then, my friends. A massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. A huge thank you as well for all of your support on the channel. So far in the series, we finished 1st in League 2. We won that. Our record transfer received 260k. League 1, we finished in 3rd, winning the playoffs, of course. Guruzeta and Gaber being the record transfer fees, both for paid and received. And, of course, that brings us into this season, where El Ghazi, £11 million, and he has had a great day today. But until next time, stay safe, people. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I will see you all again with another video very, very soon. Until then, adios.